In our series over the last few days focusing on rare lightsaber crystals as well as lightsabers, we've been primarily focusing on Jedi crystals, or crystals that really shared no allegiance within the Force. So today I wanted to highlight a crystal that was very dark side in origin, a crystal that no light side Force user could ever use, as it was so ingrained in the dark side of the Force. For today's video, I wanted to discuss the sort of ultimate crimson lightsaber, known as the Qinoxi Crystal. The Qinoxi Crystal was again extraordinarily rare, as similar to other lightsaber crystals that we've discussed in the previous days, it could only really be found in one location. This is exactly what it says about the formation and origin of a Qinoxi red lightsaber crystal. These unique powerful gems were formed when a planet of the Qinoxi system was consumed by its star as it went supernova. This great event occurred millennia before the Jedi Civil War. The heat and energy of the star caused metals and minerals in the planet to become fused into crystals. These crystals were then blasted in the Qinoxi Nebula when the planet was ultimately destroyed. Apparently following this is when the ancient Jedi Order discovered the Qinoxi crystals. The Qinoxi crystals were incredibly rare, as normally in Legends continuity, a red lightsaber crystal was signified by a synthetic crystal. Of course, as we just learned though, the Qinoxi red lightsabers were completely natural in origin, something that I've said before is extremely rare, as again most Sith Lords utilize synthetic lightsaber crystals, and to find a naturally occurring red or crimson lightsaber crystal was extremely rare. In fact, the only real Sith Lords that we knew used naturally occurring red crystals were Darth Bane and Darth Vader. In Darth Vader's case, we'll talk about his naturally occurring red crystal in another video. What's really interesting about the Qinoxi crystal is it was a red lightsaber crystal before the popularity of the red crystal was adopted by the Sith Order. To give you guys more of a clear timeline, the Qinoxi crystals were formed while the Jedi and Sith were not in direct conflict with one another, as they were formed about 1,000 years before Revan turned to the dark side of the Force. Nonetheless though, the Jedi that discovered these and actually implemented them within the lightsabers discovered that they were far more powerful than a normal Kyber crystal. As the Jedi implemented the Qinoxi crystals into their lightsabers, they discovered that its connection to the Force was extremely potent, and they could even feel the dark side of the Force calling to them through the very crystal. It's still a little interesting fact though that the Jedi Order discovered the crystals and not the Sith Order. The Jedi that used the Qinoxi lightsaber crystals also discovered that their Force abilities were increased, something that's extremely rare for a lightsaber crystal. The more angry in fact the Force wielder got, or the more they gave into dark side emotions, the more powerful and potent the blade would glow. Again, a trait that's unique to the Qinoxi crystal. Luckily for the Jedi, in no point in the Star Wars universe has a Sith Lord ever claimed a Qinoxi crystal. If they did, of course, it would have devastating effects. What's really unique about the Qinoxi crystal also is in the rare case for the Star Wars mythos, it has a natural connection to the dark side of the Force. In Star Wars, most things have to be changed and altered by the dark side of the Force itself. They don't really start out with a deep and natural connection to it, which is another reason why the Qinoxi crystal was so rare and unique in the Star Wars mythos. Something else I would like to point out is in both Force Unleashed games, you actually have the option to use a Qinoxi crystal. However, unfortunately, in the novelization for both games, the Qinoxi lightsaber crystal is never mentioned. The only real individual that we know to have used a Qinoxi lightsaber crystal for an extended period of time was the Jedi Exile, although even they would not keep their lightsaber crystal. But that was the Qinoxi gem, and tomorrow we'll discuss the opposite of the Qinoxi gem in the Solari gem, sort of the light side equivalent of this naturally dark side definitive lightsaber crystal. But for today's video, leave your thoughts on the Qinoxi lightsaber gem in the comments down below, and the fact how it's extremely rare that this lightsaber crystal is just naturally connected to the dark side of the Force, without being altered by a dark side user at all. As always my friends, I will ask the same question in this video. If you could choose, which lightsaber gem would you use in your lightsaber out of all of the gems that we've discussed so far? Also, if you would like to learn more about lightsaber crystals and lightsabers themselves, I would link several videos in the description down below for you guys to check out in this series. Again guys, had you heard of a Qinoxi lightsaber gem before this video? And now that you have, what do you guys ultimately think of it? Thank you as always so much for watching, may the Force be with you, and have a great day.